I sit here this morning looking at my window and thinking to myself, what an absolutely horrible day out there. What a miserable day. The weather's completely changed since yesterday. I had a lovely day yesterday and a lovely weekend too. Well, apart from Saturday with the weather being so crap. But anyway, we're back for another episode. This should be fun. Right, let's go. Well, good morning. Well, it's good morning for me here at the minute, sitting here on this Tuesday morning, or good afternoon, or good evening to yourself, whatever time of the day you're listening to me here on the podcast. Welcome back to the Mirror Army podcast for another episode. Yes, it is a horrible day out there this morning. Just finished my second coffee there, and I just looked out the window and went, what a day. But hey ho, let's try and brighten up that day wherever you are. I'm trying to brighten up my day by doing another interesting podcast here this morning. But I hope these are all keeping well out there. And it's been an interesting few days since the last time I spoke to you last Thursday. But I hope you all had a great weekend. I had a bit of an interesting weekend this past week. But yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been interesting. But no, I got up this morning there, guys, and I obviously get my morning coffee as I always do on a Tuesday morning. And get myself organised for the day. Take an hour out of the morning to sit down and record the podcast, and just thought, right, let's get these emails opened up and get the questions opened up and have a look around. And there is plenty of you guys getting in contact with me over the weekend, which I really appreciate a lot. So I want to get to some of your questions later on in this episode, so stay tuned for that. Interesting subjects to talk about as well. But before I go into the podcast this morning, you all know the rules. You know the rules now, guys. By now, you know the situation by now. If you're new, if you're a regular listener to this podcast, or if you're a new listener, if you want to get in touch with us here in the Mirror Army podcast, you can do it. You know the score now. If you've tuned in for the first time, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for joining the party of the Mirror Army podcast. Let's just say it's an interesting one. If you want to get in touch with us here, guys, you know how to do it by now. It's, first of all, the email address, which is mirrorarmypodcast@yahoo.com. And you can contact myself for the podcast here by the social media pages, which is my official Instagram, official Matthew Mirror, and also on our YouTube channel, Mirror Army YouTube channel, Facebook page. You can get in touch with us there. Now, if you're listening to this podcast this morning on streaming services, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc., TuneIn Radio, you can add us to your favourites. Would appreciate it. If you're listening to this podcast on Facebook, please like this podcast and share it with all your friends on Facebook. And if you're listening to us on YouTube today, don't forget to hit a like on this video and also hit subscribe below. I would appreciate it, guys, as well. And if you want to go and check out as well our Mirror Army merchandise, if you're listening to us on YouTube, go below in the link in the description. You'll see all the links for our store. If you want to go to our social media pages, you'll find all the links on there for the new Mirror Army merchandise. We have dropped a few early Christmas items, like a Christmas mug, Christmas hoodie, t-shirt, etc. More to come in the next week or two. And also, if you want to go and check out our good friends and partners of this podcast and the Mirror Army, FTBL Spot. That's our partners, which are amazing. If you're into all your football stuff, guys, whether it be mystery shirt in a box, classic shirts, football boots, etc., FTBL Spot is the location to hit to. If you go to their website, which if you're listening to us on YouTube, the link for it's in the description. If you go to our social media platforms, you can find them on there. Go to their social media, go onto their website through there, contact them through their quoting Mirror Army. They will give you a discount code at the checkout for your purchases, and they will give you some great discounts on some amazing items, guys. Some of the classic shirts on there are amazing. The boots are fantastic as well. My son got a pair of boots from them recently, and he absolutely loves his football boots, his Adidas Predator boots he got from them there a while back. And he uses them regularly when he goes out playing football with his mates and stuff like that. So, yep, FTBL Spot, guys, is the place to be for all your football merchandise. They are a great upcoming company and great partners and friends of the Mirror Army. But anyway, that's that out of the way. How have you guys been since I last spoke to you on Thursday? I'm doing all right. been a interesting, interesting few days. Now, as you all know, last week I wasn't feeling great. And I wasn't feeling overly great. I actually thought at one point I was starting to get sick. Thumping headache, constantly tired, fatigued, sleeping loads, not feeling the greatest. Because obviously Lewis wasn't well, my son wasn't well for a bit. He's grand now. Tony was sick for a while. I was in his house for a little bit. I thought, oh my God, he has smit me with that bloody thing he's had. Feel great now. I'm back to normal now, but just the last few days I felt great. But the weekend there was a bit of an interesting one. I was at a big game on Friday night with Bangor Linfield game, football match here in Northern Ireland. Had a great night, met some amazing people at the game. More people come up and said to listen to the podcast. People come up and said to watch the videos. Brilliant. Thank you very much. The feedback from the Linfield game on Friday night's video was great. I had a lot of Linfield fans on saying thank you for the coverage. So not a problem at all. It's a match day vlog. It was great. So yeah, everybody come up to me on Friday night at the game. Thanks. I appreciate it. You coming up and asking for a picture or saying hello or chatting away or whatever it was. Just unbelievable. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it, guys. I love meeting new people. I've said this many a time on this podcast, so thank you for that. Saturday was a bit of an interesting one. I got up Saturday morning and I was speaking to my friend Cameron at the Bangor game on Friday night, and he was saying, do you want to go to the Glentoran game on Saturday against Lauren? And I thought, okay, Nora, big match day vlog for the channel, for the wee project I'm doing here at the minute on the YouTube channel. Happy days. Woke up on Saturday morning and it was lashing down with rain. Horrible, horrible day. Here's the thing now. Here's the thing. Now, I'm probably going to get a lot of stick for this because I don't really give a shit, to be honest, but Glentoran's pitch really doesn't hold the water very well at the Oval, and me and Cameron kind of knew we were going to walk into a situation where it would be just about survive, or if the rain got heavier, it would be a nightmare, and probably get called off. So we were on our way up to the stadium on Saturday in his car, and the rain was coming down like a monsoon. It was terrible. We got all the way to the ground, walked all the way around to the far side of the stadium to walk down to almost up to the turnstile to be told that the game was officially called off just after 2 p.m. And the game was supposed to kick off at 3. So let's just say that didn't go down too well. So it didn't. So we were standing there saying, right, what are we going to do now? We paid money for tickets. We can't go to this fucking game. What are we going to do now? And it just come into my head that a friend of mine, big shout out to my friend Adam, by the way, who is the coach at amateur league football side Shorts reserve team. I thought, Adam's playing, because I was speaking to Adam on the phone on Friday or Saturday morning, and he was taking the piss out of me saying, what are you getting up that fucking shithole for? That Oval's a dump, blah, blah, blah. Come watch Shorts play. I was like, all right. So we ended up going up there. We missed most of the first half, got there just in time for the second half. Saw some really good goals. If you haven't watched the vlog, guys, Adam's actually in the vlog where I'm taking taking the piss out of him, but having a laugh with him. And yeah, it was fun. We got to watch that game. And here's the thing, guys. I'm trying to stay away from football chat as much as I can on the podcast, but if a Premier League stadium in Northern Ireland, right, cannot hold an hour, 2 or 3 hours of heavy torrential rain, but right across the road, an amateur league side's pitch can stand it. Why is that? Why isn't this matter being addressed at Glentoran? The pitch needs to be fixed. Obviously, they're getting this money coming in from this government grant and stuff like that, which I hope they get it fixed, because I'd like to see the Oval get fixed up and be more modernised and have the pitch fixed and have it obviously all modernised. It'd be nice to see, because again, stadiums should be brought up to a certain type of standard. You know what I mean? So, but no, it was great that there. It was Saturday for me. It was a bit of a strange one. And a big shout out to Adam and all the boys from Shorts again. It was great to crack to them, and a big shout out to my friend Cameron too. It was a bit of an interesting day on Saturday. So I put this vlog out. I posted it on a Facebook page called Irish League Fans, which is great crack. You get to talk with all our local supporters. Fuck me, the backlash was unbelievable. People coming in, arguing with each other about the Oval and arguing about each other, and yeah, it was interesting to have a read all those comments. It was interesting. So it was, but Saturday was a bit of an interesting one. Nice Sunday was a bit of it was a nice day on Sunday, guys. Before I get into some of the subjects, I put the video out yesterday for it, actually. I was around Mum and Dad's there on Sunday, and I haven't been really around the Mum and Dad's as much recently, due to a lot of reasons, but Dad's been doing a lot of work to his garden there recently. I'm sure you've probably seen the video. If not, go and check it out. It's on the YouTube channel now, guys. My grandmother, my dad's mum, who passed away a couple of years ago, it was her memorial this week. Well, our anniversary this week of her passing. And I didn't realise that Dad had done a lovely memorial tree for her. Sorry, a bit of wind this morning there. In his back garden for her. And it was beautiful wee tribute to her. And I saw it when I was around there on Sunday, and I showed it in the vlog. It was actually really lovely what he done. He done all this lovely wee tree thing for her with stones around it, and this lovely wee mini bench with flowers on it, and a wee memorial. Oh, it looks amazing. Honestly, guys, go and check it out. It's really, really nice what he done for her, so he did. So yeah, but then the thing as well is, and if you watch that, you probably have watched the vlog by now if you're listening to this podcast, but Dad's fascination with changing his old smartphone back to a basic phone. I show the phone that he wants me to try and find a charger for on the vlog from Sunday. My dad and Tony are as bad as each other. They don't really do so. Well, Tony's never done social media. I've said this many a time. And he wants to go back to a basic phone as well. A lot of people I know nowadays are getting really fed up with social media. And, Tony especially, he's never been on it. But people, my dad asked me this, my dad asked me a charger for this one. Go and check out the video, guys, from Sunday. Well, it's released yesterday, Monday, where you see the phone Dad wants me to help get a charger for so he can get it set up again. Unbelievable. Dad wants to go back in time. Fair play to him. So he does. And saying that there, I bought an old school phone a few months ago, and you probably saw it in the vlog this year. I got reunited with my old phone back from 1997, and I still have it, and it works fine. So there you go. Simpler phones are probably better, to be quite honest with you. And sometimes I keep thinking to myself, should I just delete my social media and just keep YouTube open? Because at the end of the day, social media is an absolute fucking cesspool. It really is a cesspool, especially lately. Everything's a cesspool, and if you say one thing wrong, it's a fucking backlash of avalanche of trolls. And I get trolls every freaking day. I've had a few this week who I've had to weed out. Again, just little rats thinking they're fucking funny and coming at you with misinformation and believing that everything they hear is true without hearing both sides of the story. You know what I mean? Just rats. That's all they are. Just wee rats. And then whenever you go into the reply to them or whatever, they'd have the account deleted or they block you because they're just no balls. You know what I mean? So, but no, guys, it's been an interesting few days. So it has. And I've really had a bit of an interesting weekend. But this week's going to be chock-a-block. I've got loads on this week. Now, today, as I said, is Tuesday morning. I'm in two minds whether to go to a local football game tonight or watch the Liverpool game. I'll more likely just stay at home and watch the Liverpool game tonight. I don't know just yet, but we'll see. I'll announce it on social media today at some point. But anyway, yeah, it's been a funny few days, but I'm glad to be feeling back to normal again. That feeling that I had the last few days was just absolutely fucking shit. It wasn't even runny nose or coughs or anything like that there. It was just a really bad headache and really fatigued. You know what I mean? Really, really tired. And all I wanted to do was sleep. So, but I feel great now. I mean, I've had a few good nights sleep, and I feel a hell of a lot better for it. And I was out for a good walk and all yesterday afternoon, which I'll be dropping the blog from yesterday on the channel today. But another thing too as well, guys, before I get into some of the subjects as well, I put a wee announcement on social media yesterday, and I'm sure you've all probably seen it by now, where I was asking you guys, I want to mix the channel up a wee bit. I've been sitting thinking about it over the last couple of weeks, and I've been thinking, right, I need to start changing things here, because vlogs is okay, that's fine. Match day vlogs is grand, but I want to try and vary it, the Brewer Army, into a different sort of open field of everything now, instead of just having the basic stuff, because people obviously get fed up with things and people like change. Over the last couple of weeks, I've had a few wee rats coming in saying, "Oh, we don't like your vlogs, delete your vlogs, blah, blah." Well, listen, my vlogs is the one that got me started. So the vlogs will never stop. So you can say whatever you want, the vlogs are never going to stop. But just having to think about it the other day, and I explained it on the social media post that I put out yesterday, about what I want to do. I'm considering doing some gaming videos on a gaming channel. I'm also considering, which obviously I show a wee bit of footage of it in the upcoming vlog, which will be posted today at some point. I show a wee clip of what to expect, because I got the new EAFC game. I still call it FIFA, like, but then obviously I've got the new golf game. I've got Call of Duty. I've got all the other new games out there as well at the minute. And I'm thinking to myself, right, because a lot of you guys have been, guys and girls, sorry, should I say, have been asking me to do gaming videos. And also, Tony's last week, and he was saying about reaction videos. That's quite sort of in the trend at the minute on YouTube, and he watches a lot of big top YouTubers from America, and he says, look, these guys have like reaction channels as well, and they have all these other different bits and bobs. You know what I mean? If you want to try and branch out a bit and change, maybe you should start doing different things like that. And I thought, that's a good idea. So I explained it on them social media videos that I put out yesterday, guys. You want to go and check them out on the Mirror Army YouTube channel, Facebook, and also my Instagram. I explain more into it. But it's something that I want to try and expand. And then I've had a lot of people coming in, including my cousin this morning, funny enough. He answered the question on Instagram about doing wrestling talk again. Because I always am so into wrestling, have been for years and years and years. Guys, here's the thing. I done a wrestling podcast for about 6 years. And I was on radio. It actually ended up on radio, so it did. Online, on radio. We done live. We actually took it live on tour. We done live shows at theatres and stuff like that. And big cinemas and stuff like that, which was amazing back in the day. I always wanted to bring back that wrestling podcast again. So maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know. So I'm just trying to expand and trying to think, right, what can I do to expand the Mirror Army, but also make it bigger, but try and balance it with my life away from YouTube, you know what I mean? Like other things that I do outside of YouTube and life in general, day-to-day life, have a life away from YouTube, guys. It's not all about YouTube 24/7. I do have my life away from it because people still to this day say, well, what do you do in your spare time and what do you do outside of YouTube? Well, I'm a basic working class guy who looks after his family and works hard and does everything else. My life's not just YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm busy away from that. So I do try to balance everything out, which is difficult at times, but it keeps you going every day, doesn't it? As I've always said, YouTube is obviously a thing that kept me going for years and years and years, where I felt like giving up sometimes, but YouTube kept me going. But that's just things to do and things to think about down the road, guys. I want to expand the Mirror Army because, again, I explained it in that video as well. Lately, it's just been me in the videos mostly because, again, Brooke and Lewis don't want to be in the videos anymore. Mum and Dad are retired. Tony, I never really see now and again now. Once a week if I'm lucky. So it's kind of like, right, I need to start expanding more here and keep the channel going. I have had a few people coming in with their sarcastic comments again saying, well, just shut the channel down. Why would I want to shut the channel down? I don't want to shut the channel down. I want to keep the channel going. So, yeah, because I enjoy making movies and making films and making videos. So you don't like it, then I keep saying, don't fucking watch. So, but again, I know sometimes things go a little bit stale. It's the same as everything in life. You need to change. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Start making these changes and start making better content. Because at the end of the day, guys, we're on YouTube nearly 10 years, and you can't just throw away 10 years just at the blink of a batter of a hat. I knew this day was going to come. I knew this for years. I knew the time whenever Brooke and Lewis don't want to be in the videos anymore. Mum and Dad's going to be away enjoying their retirement. Tony's got his life. Not that Tony was in many of the videos. He was some, but not them all. You know what I mean? People come in your life and go. I mean, look at the many people who have been in my videos over the years. You know what I mean? Ex-girlfriends, friends, kids, family. Times change. People, you just can't expect people to be around you all the time. They have to branch out and go into the world themselves. So, I knew this day was going to come. I knew this day was going to come. And I remember leading up to it, I was thinking, right, I need to start changing things because eventually, people who were currently in the regular videos are not going to be in them anymore. You know what I mean? Because people are going to move away from their life and move on, etc., etc., etc. But no, I'm just going to keep on going and keep on plowing forward, and that's why I want to make changes and try and do different things. And I think some of the videos will be fun, especially the reaction videos. But let me know what you think, guys. I put that out yesterday. So I did on social media, so let me know what you think. But anyway, I'm not going to be rambling on a big load of shite this morning. I'm sitting here talking nonsense. I got some interesting things I want to talk about today on the podcast. So Once again, thank you so much to all of you guys for getting in touch with me. I really do appreciate it. Just made a few notes this morning of things I want to talk about. Some big subjects. First of all, I'll tell you what some of the subjects I want to talk about today. The Ryder Cup at the weekend, the Rory McIlroy situation. A lot of you have been sending me videos and links and stuff like that, all that stuff going on about Rory McIlroy. All the shit that he was getting from the American fans during the golf. Mr. Beast is in the news today. He's been in the news this weekend, actually, this week. Mr. Beast, the famous YouTuber, he's defending trapping a man in a building for $500,000. Interesting. Let's have a look here and see. Right, this is a thing as well that I want to talk about today. Schools. This school in Scotland have been told they must separate toilets for boys and girls. More on that in a second. Andrew Tate is in the news. So he is. All these criminal charges against him. Got the outcome of that as well I want to talk about. This is funny. Absolute chaos as police probe into a bingo hall, which ends up turning out like a WWE fight, apparently, in England. A full-on brawl over bingo. What the fuck's that all about? Absolutely crazy. And then obviously some more things, and then obviously I'll get into some of your questions as well. So yeah, this is just some of the things I want to talk about in the news today, guys, and obviously get my opinion on it, my views on it. So, first of all, the golf. The Ryder Cup was at the weekend there, and Europe won it back. But here's the thing. Now, I was watching some of the videos and some of the stuff about Rory McIlroy. And I wanted to address this today on the podcast because obviously what happened was an absolute fucking disgrace. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Rory McIlroy. I mean, I watch golf occasionally. I'm not a massive golf fan, but I watch it occasionally. I watch the Ryder Cup and stuff like that every year and a few tournaments here and there, but Rory McIlroy, I wouldn't be a massive fan of him. Great golfer, world class, superb golfer, but I'm not really a big fan of him personally. But again, that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, then that's just sorry, but that's just my opinion. And he's just, I don't know, it wouldn't be one of those guys who, oh yeah, he's my main golfer I'd watch. No, I watch him but he's doing obviously Northern Ireland proud, and he's made himself into quite a really good living and all out of his golf, and he's a great golfer, and I'm not taking that away from him. But what he received there over the weekend from them American fans at the Ryder Cup was absolutely fucking disgraceful. And I've seen some of the videos where he stopped what he was doing, he turned around to the crowd and told them to shut the fuck up, and I would do exactly the same. I wouldn't give a shit if you're trying to play your game and you're a professional. Okay, people say, well, he's not being very professional because he turned around and told the crowd to shut the fuck up. Well, I'm sorry. But when you're trying to do your job and you're at the highest level in the world and you're playing in a major tournament like that competition, the Ryder Cup, and some fucking moron in the crowd's giving you abuse about whether it be your personal life or relationships or whatever it is that we're doing. I've heard multiple stories about they were shouting at him. He's within his right to turn around and tell them people to shut the fuck up, because I'd do exactly the same. I wouldn't care about sponsors and about the tournament and all. If they're going to stand there and give you abuse and you're trying to do your job and they're giving you a lot of shit over it all, personal, whatever else, you have every right within your means to turn around and say, excuse me, shut the fuck up and get away. It's like with me, whenever I get all these wee trolls, I just turn around and say to them, shut the fuck up and go away. You rat. Away you go. Even when I see someone in public over the years where they've shouted my name and tried to be funny, I walk up to him and go, can I help you? Shut the fuck up and away you go. You rat. You wee troll. Away you go. Away you go. What's wrong with that? And then there was other times where he was about to putt, and he turned into the camera, and you see him looking at the camera and the officials and saying, I'm not putting this ball until they shut up. And he's just right, because why should he be subject to that abuse? And this is the thing that really annoys me now. These morons go to these events now and just try and ruin it for everybody else. Just thinking they're smart and funny, just to get a reaction and to get a viral moment on the internet or get a fucking click or get the... You're paying all that. I mean, it's not cheap to go to the Ryder Cup. If you are paying all that money out to go and watch a show or an event or a golfing event or a sporting event, I've seen it at Liverpool matches when I go to Liverpool games. Boys coming into the ground absolutely fucking pissed out of their skull on a big night like a Champions League game, and the last half an hour and they're getting fucked out by security. What is the point? or you go there just to look, to hackle and cause trouble. And I'm thinking to myself, what the actual is there something wrong with these people? Okay, cheer, boo, or the occasional wee comment here and there, but these boys were fully on giving Rory a load of shit. And fair play to him for turning around and telling them, listen, shut the fuck up. And he's just right. And if I was telling that all your sponsors are not going to be happy about that, well, I'm sorry, I don't give a shit. I'm trying to do my job here. I'm trying to play the sport that I love, that I've been practicing since I was a little boy. I've worked my ass off to get to where I am right now. For some moron in there to ruin it for me because he just doesn't like me, just tries to ruin me. Fuck him. So good on him for doing that and telling him to go away. And again, I've seen mixed reports about it online. People saying, oh, no, he shouldn't be doing that, or he's a professional. No. Hold on. If somebody's sitting there poking you, the old saying goes, don't poke a bird with a sharp stick because the bird turn around and bite your fucking head off. I've always told my kids that whenever you're winding somebody up, don't poke them too far because expect their reaction because the person will turn around and bite your fucking head off. Don't poke a bird with a sharp stick. Know what I mean? So, yeah, fair play to him for turning around and telling them, no, go away. Piss off, away you go. But the one where he just turned around and he sat there and he was hunked down on his, he crouched down and he was sitting with his putter in his hand and he looked, and you seen him look at the camera and the officials and he went, I ain't putting this until they shut up. And then I saw afterwards, they posted a video on was it the team bus or something? They were all singing Donald Trump, are you watching, and all that there for a bit of banter back and forward. And Donald Trump said back to Rory McIlroy, yes, I am watching. Well done. Because obviously Donald Trump's a big golf fan. He's American as well. But it was all just general banter between him and the president, which was fun. It was a good laugh, bit of crack. Like I've seen it for years in football. I see it, and obviously working in football as well, you see it all the time. Like when you work for a team, you go to, like, say, Derby Day or something like that, and you win, you go, come on, yo, wind up session and all. But it's all a bit of fun banter and all. But some people just take it too fucking serious. It's like the world in general, people just take everything too serious. Like, I love my football. I love Liverpool. You know, I sit and I've done live reactions over the years and took the piss and had a laugh, danced around the living room like a complete tit, sat at my wee desk thing now and watched the live reactions now. You know what I mean? It's all for a bit of fun. And people just take it too serious. Like the time whenever our video went viral on the Barcelona game, BBC Newsline posted it here in Northern Ireland on their Facebook page, and all the pages, BBC. And all the comments come in going, look at the state of him acting like a tit. No, I'm sorry, but I was enjoying the moment with my children. Why are you being so negative and offensive? It's a bonding moment between me and my kids. You know what I mean? That was one of the best nights ever with my kids, where we were all in tears, we were happy, we were joyful. But people out there just love to find the negatives and everything and just fucking destroy people. And this is why, again, when I was watching them videos about Rory, and I'm going, good on you, Rory. I mean, I'm not as big a fan of his, to be honest with you. I'm not a massive fan of him. I like him. I think he's a great golfer and he's doing the country proud, and fair play to him and respect him all the way in the world. That he's not my favourite golfer. But again, nobody should be, even though if I didn't like somebody in general and they were getting that abuse on that level, fuck them. Just turn around and tell them where to go, and good on him, Rory, for doing it. And then the press conference as well, what he said in the press conference afterwards, good on him. Good on him. And he'll probably get a lot of backlash for it online from the lefty morons. Oh, you should have said that. You can't do this. No, that's disgracing the sport and all. I've seen the comments on social media and I just look at them and go, the guy stand up for himself. You expect him to stand there and take that abuse? Not a chance. So fair play to Rory McIlroy. I tip my hat to him. So I really do. And fair play to him. Anyway, moving on, guys. Mr. Beast is in the news. Mr. Beast defends trapping a man in a burning building for $500,000. Mr. Beast, as you all know, guys, is done well renowned for his crazy stunts and stuff like that on the likes of YouTube. He's the world's biggest YouTuber. He's defended his latest stunt video. It's called "Would You Risk Dying for $500,000," which is equivalent in our money about $375,000, which shows a professional stuntman escaping a blazing building while collecting bags of cash. Who the fuck does this crazy shit? Obviously, people are watching this because obviously he's the world's #1 YouTuber now because of all this here. But there's a bit of fury specking around along the line suggesting that it was a dangerous and should have you could put viewers in this, what's the word I'm looking for this morning, I can't even speak. Basically upset the viewers and he's getting a lot of criticism for it. And obviously there's a lot of people out there who are saying that he shouldn't be doing things like this anymore, but he's getting a lot of heat because of this video for trapping a man inside a burning building for 500 grand. But Mr. Beast, I mean, I watched a few of his videos, and again, he's all right. He's not bad. I mean, a lot of the younger generation watch him. My both kids have watched him for years. I've watched him a few times, but again, no, he's all right. I would watch him if he popped up as a recommendation or something like that. But I mean, I don't go out of my way to watch Mr. Beast regularly. So, but he is getting a lot of grief at the minute because of this recent video that he done, which is, I watched the video. Actually, watched the video last night, and again, you know, he does all these stunts for money and stuff like that, and he's getting millions and billions of views out of it. So, what's your view on it, guys? Mr. Beast, I mean, again, I'm not a massive fan of his. Like I get more of the younger audience, but watch Mr. Beast more than what the older audience would. So, but that's just my opinion on it. Right, guys, here's another wee story I want to talk about now, because a lot of you, male and female out there, always ask me what's my view on Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is now in the news again. He was being charged with criminal charges, including grooming women and all these other things as well going on. Everybody knows the story about Andrew Tate. But now it's come out that he has all the charges for criminal charges have been dropped against him. And now he just has a civil trial, which is coming up very, very soon. In 2026, actually, early 2026. Criminal charges will not be brought against Andrew Tate, and the civil court alleges multiple women obviously the criminal charges were against multiple women for physical and sexual violence, but he's been found not guilty for all the criminal charges. It's been dropped. Andrew Tate, who's now 38 years of age, will now go into civil court proceedings over the allegations. Will not face any criminal charges following review by the CPS, which is the Crown Prosecution Service. So he will not be charged with any criminal charges. And a lot of you people out there ask me what's my view on Andrew Tate. He's a bit of a controversial character, isn't he? I've watched a lot of his stuff online. So a lot of his stuff I don't agree with. But I've watched some of his recent appearances on big top podcasts across the world. And some of the stuff he says about the government and stuff like that, I would agree with. Some of the stuff I don't agree with. But he's one of these controversial, influencers who, should we say, get a lot of heat from different people, saying, well, especially women, saying he's a narcissist. He's blaming him and everything under the world. But again, he's been to court, no criminal charges against him, and now he's just got to go through this civil trial coming up very, very soon. I think he's a bit cocky and arrogant. He does make some valid points at times, but there's a lot of stuff that he said I don't agree with as well. And again, people say to me all the time, oh, you're a far-right extremist. No, I'm not far-right. I'm not left. I'm a realist. And to give you an example, Andrew Tate, I don't like a lot of his stuff that he does. Some of the things that he says I would agree with or partially agree with. But again, that's just me. I'm a realist. I agree with things that I agree with. I have an opinion. So do I agree that some of the stuff that he does is good? No. Some of the stuff he says is reasonably fair sometimes, but I don't go out of my way every day to run after him and religiously watch him every day, like some people do. So, yeah, he's now been, all the criminal charges have been dropped against him, and I've seen the backlash online about it. People were, again, going crazy and ripping their hair out and going mental. It's just like, I don't know. Right, guys, I wanted to talk about this thing today on the podcast, which I could go into a big rant about this, but I'm not going to, because there's no point. Because no matter what I say on this situation, I'll probably get a lot of grief for it. So I'm just going to obviously say a few things on it and move on. A Scottish school have been ordered by the government that they must separate toilets from boys and girls. Scottish school must provide these toilets ASAP. A new guidance issued by a minister in Scotland says the facilities must be available on the basis of biological sex. Male and female toilets must be put into place. But schools can provide gender-neutral toilets, and I've just seen this morning, reading it, and it says here more as well. Schools have previously been told that transgender peoples can use whatever toilets they felt most comfortable in. Educational Secretary says that the guidance provides clarity following two landmark court rulings. In April, the Supreme Court ruled that a woman is defined by biological sex under the Equalities Law. 2 months later, a judge ordered that 6 Scottish schools must provide single-sex toilets for pupils. It goes on here to say about as well, about people being uncomfortable with men going into the women's toilets, which I completely agree with. Men should never be in women's toilets, ever. Never in a million years. But this, and then going into reading into most of this report about it all, and going into the ins and outs of it, plus I was reading into this weeks ago that apparently here, even in Northern Ireland, in the likes of schools and colleges, they're doing non-binary toilets now. I'm sorry. I might want to get into this, but I don't even want to get into this because, again, I'm gonna get some type of backlash, because I always do, because I get called homophobic and racist and all this crap all the time, which I don't fucking listen to. I'll just laugh it off, but because I'm a realist. I'm not a right or left, I'm a realist. But at the end of the day, male is male, female is female. Males should not be in girls' toilets, girls should not be in guys' toilets. End of discussion. You know what I mean? All this crap at the minute going around saying, oh, but I'm dressed as a girl now, I identify as a girl, I can go into the girls' toilets. I'm sorry, no, you can't. Oh, I'm a girl, I'm identifying as a boy now, I can go into the boys' toilets. No, you can't. Listen, my view of it is, right, I don't have a problem with anybody who has a sexual difference about themselves, whether they want to be gay, bi, change their identity, dress as a woman, dress as a man, get operated on, take hormone tablets, do whatever you want. That's your choice. In my world, in my reality world, is there's male and female. 2 genders, not 50 or 60 genders that some of these, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, Looney Tunes that I see out there now run around saying I'm he, her, she, them, my pronouns, this, that. I'm sorry, no. You need to go and seriously take a look at yourself. This poison that my opinion is it started on the internet during lockdown. All this crap. Oh, you can identify as this and identify as that. Listen, I know a lot of people who are school teachers, and they're at their wits' end about all this bullshit. People coming in identifying as animals and identifying as this, and my pronouns are this and that. This is no reason why I could never be a teacher or ever work in a public eye place again, because I wouldn't have the patience for it. I would just turn around and say, I'm sorry, but I don't believe what you believe, so I believe what I believe, and if you don't like that, then tough titties, I'm away. But I'm reading into that there, and I said these schools in Scotland have been ordered to make these male. I agree with that, and again, I could go on about this all day, but I'm not going to, because I get emails all the time, especially from different people saying, you know, Manny, this whole world's going bonkers. You know, if you don't agree with these Looney Tunes on the left, they're trying to destroy people and kill people and wreck lives and everything else. Then I get ones on the other side saying, no, you're on the far right. You know, you believe this person and you're on this side. And look, listen, I'm not on no fucking side. I'm on my own side. I'm a realist. I call a spade. I've been brought up with proper values, and again, I've tried to pass them on to my children. You know, male is male, female is female. Okay, if the person's gay or bi or whatever they are, that's their choice. I'll just if somebody walked up to me tomorrow and goes, I don't like what you say in your podcast. You know, I would say, well, what are you? Oh, I'm this. I'd say, well, that's fair enough. That's your choice in life. Listen, all the more power to you. Away you go. Have a nice life. Enjoy your life. Because I don't agree with what you agree with doesn't mean that I'm the bastard here and I'm a real evil person. No, I have my values. I have my way of life. And this is where now people's opinions are being taken away because of these Looney Tunes. All right, they're now preaching. And now the fact that it's going into schools, it annoys me. And I'm glad now that my kids are out of school. Because some of the stories I've been reading the last few months, oh my God, young ones especially, they're being poisoned with all this shit that's going on. You know what I mean? And it's just so annoying to watch and so annoying to hear. You know, when I see a lot of young ones with so much potential in the world running around, brainwashed with all this crap. about you don't have to be a boy or a girl, be this, be that. But if you don't agree with this, we're gonna crucify you and we're gonna ruin your life. And we're gonna go online and bury you and try and destroy you. Look, in closing, I agree the Scottish schools must have separated toilets. Same over here. Girls should not be in guys' toilets. Guys should not be in girls' toilets. Simple as. Changing rooms as well. And the likes of leisure complexes, schools, things like that. No man should be in a woman's dressing room. Or no woman should be in a man's dressing room. End of. And if you don't agree with that, then that's your opinion. But that's my opinion. So I agree on that, guys. And that's what my view on that is. Because at the end of the day, it's just not right. You're born a man or a woman. You know what I mean? I'll give you an example of, I walked out the street today and I was in, say, a shop or a coffee shop or something, and some guy was there and he was dressed as a woman and he walked past me and started talking to me, and then he started preaching this stuff to me and saying, oh, you must be like this, no, you have to be like me, and all, blah, blah, blah. Not everyone's like that, though, but there is some ones out there who are like that. I would just look at him and go, listen, here's the bottom line. In my opinion, you're a dude in a dress. And you want to be like a woman, that's fine. I respect your decision. You want to run around doing that, that's absolutely up to you. Doesn't mean I have to do it. Doesn't mean I have to believe in it. Like the other way around, if I'm running around in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and you don't like the way I'm dressed, you come to me and go, I don't like the way you're dressed, you should be dressed this way. I'll say, well, hold on a second, this is my way of dressing, this is my life. You don't like it? Tough. My choice, my life, my choice. I feel like people's freedoms are being taken away now, and if you don't agree with a certain ideology in this world now, you get crucified. And it's all down to, well, obviously mostly social media and stuff. And this is where, I never thought I'd ever say this here, but I actually agree with my brother. Sometimes being off social media is a hell of a lot better because you don't get sucked into all that crap. And this is where sometimes I think to myself, maybe I should just delete social media and just keep the YouTube channel open with maybe an email address or something for people to contact me on for podcasts or for, you know, questions for the channel or whatever, and just delete social media because it's a cesspool. It really is a cesspool. But I just thought I'd talk about that, guys. Any parents out there, what's your thoughts on that? I think it's absolutely crazy. I think the world is going absolutely bonkers. So it is. But what am I to do? You know what I mean? So here we go. One wee funny story here before we go into some of your questions. West Yorkshire Police in England have opened an investigation following the bingo hall brawl in Leeds, which they compared it to a WWE match. The incident occurred in Club 3000 on Sunday evening around 9 o'clock, which was normally a peaceful game of bingo in the hall, but then caused absolute mayhem. There has been video footage captured of multiple individuals engaged in physical altercations with women, pulling each other's hair, at least one male, particularly alleged striking a female during a brawl. They were basically fighting. So what were they fighting over then? Did somebody get bingo and they were pissed off and they didn't win, so they caused a whole riot? Apparently there was a full-on riot and bingo. Bingo's even getting violent now. What the fuck is going on with this world? They're fighting over bingo. Jesus motherfucking God. Fighting over bingo. Oh my God, what the hell is the world coming to? You can't even go out for a peaceful game of bingo now. They're beating the shit out of each other. Fucking hell, man. What is going on with this world? Honest to God, it's getting worse. It really is. Fighting over fucking bingo. Sorry. Fucking hell. I was just reading through that story this morning. It was just, why? Absolutely why? Right, let's get into some of your questions and end off this podcast today. Oh, it's getting worse. The world's going bonkers. I think I just want to emigrate to friggin' go off grid or something. I don't know. Right, here we go here. Right, one here on Instagram, first of all, says, hey Matt, question of the podcast, what's the funniest thing that's happened to you recently? What's the funniest thing that's happened to me recently? God, I can't even think now, to be honest with you. You've caught me off guard. I don't know, obviously just normal stuff. Nothing really stands out at the minute recently, to be quite honest with you. No, nothing really. To be quite honest with you, that was from Ram, by the way. Nothing really much stands out, really, to be quite honest with you. Just looking through the questions here, it says here, I found the question this morning from my cousin. By the way, guys, if you're on TikTok, Instagram, etc., follow my cousin's food reviewing channel, NI Food Blogger. He did say here, you need to start talking about wrestling. It's your best topic, and you know it inside out like the back of your hand. Very, very true. Very, 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 very true. Right here, the other one here on Instagram, because it's obviously a lot of you guys contact me on Instagram. Right, I've one here from Tony with an I, Toni, so it must be a female. Hey Matt, how's it going? Love listening to the podcast every week. Can I just say, Keir Starmer is a, and then she puts up W and then all stars. You know what that means? This new digital ID is the biggest load of shit. I know you talked about it last week on the podcast, but I just wanted to get my view across for the listeners. I live in England itself, and we are absolutely disgusted in our area of Yorkshire where we live, and also my friends and family in Barnsley who are absolutely disgusted with it all. It's all about more control, and we are sick and tired of it. We hope it does not come through. Keep up the good work on the podcast, and we all hate Keir Starmer. That was with Tony with an I. Hey, Tony with an I from West Yorkshire, or from Yorkshire, sorry. From the podcast I done last week, especially more the Spotify streams were, and the Apple podcast streams were good. Very, very, very good last week, actually. So thank you very much for everybody who tuned in last week. The digital ID thing is going ballistic. I spoke to a lot of people over the weekend asking their view on it, and they're all like, I'm not complying to that bullshit. You know, the backlash has been unbelievable. People want Keir Starmer out. And that's basically the bottom line. They all want him out. End of. No other way about it. They want him out. Or we're here on Instagram from Andy saying, hi Matt, loving the podcast as always. Every single Tuesday and Thursday brightens up my day, especially when I'm out. I am a builder by trade, and I love listening to your podcast as I'm laying bricks and building homes across the country. Keep up the good work, my friend. Love listening to it every single week. Haven't watched your YouTube videos for quite a while, but I see you're doing more football content now as well, so I'll have to get around and watching them as well. Love it. And that's from Andy. Thank you, Andy. Builder. That's some job, boy. Oof, building houses all around the country. I'm sure you love that there. I'll do one more on Instagram here before I go. Right, I've one here from Simon on Instagram. Says, hi Matthew, how's it going? Love the podcast every single week. Any updates on when you were doing a video podcast? I know I do the live streams and stuff like that, guys, but do you really want to see me at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning whenever I'm recording a podcast? I'm joking. No, it is coming. I am going to get it sorted. I promise you I'm going to get it sorted, because at the end of the day, a lot of people want to see the video podcast as well. Seeing me record the podcasts. And yeah, definitely, I will be doing that very, very soon. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'll hop over to Facebook here now and see if any of you guys have sent me any lovely messages, which you always do every week. Obviously some silly questions, but again, this is the way it goes. Here we go. One here from William saying on Facebook, am I going to the Bangor Korean game this Saturday? I don't know yet. He also said he loves the podcast. That's from William Montgomery. And I think I actually met William. I think William's from Korean. Yeah, I just clicked on his profile. William's from Korean. Hi, William from Korean. How you doing? It just says here, loving the podcast. Am I going to go to the Bangor Korean game? So, if I am there, William, come and say hello. It's been lovely to hear from you. One here from Samuel on the private messages saying, hey Matt, how's it going? When are you starting to post your YouTube videos and stuff on Rumble and Facebook like you said a while back? You know something? That's another thing too as well. I always keep saying, right, I'm moving across and want to get it on Facebook as well. I've posted a couple of videos from the YouTube channel on the Facebook page, as you probably noticed. And I am going to get over to Rumble here shortly, because I've got the Rumble page all set up now. It's just, see, whenever you're trying to balance everything, guys, and you don't have a team working with you, or you don't have people helping you, and you're trying to edit, and you're trying to do different things away from YouTube, like working and your family and other bits and bobs you're trying to do in your daily life, plus trying to vlog and edit and do all different things as well. sometimes you keep forgetting, oh shit, I should have posted that in Rumble. Oh shit, I should have posted that on Facebook too. So it's definitely coming. Please be bearing with me. Right, let's go one more on Facebook here before I go to the lovely emails, because I love hearing from all your lovely emails. Right, I've one here from Michelle on the Facebook. Where are you from, Michelle? Where are you from? You are from Edinburgh. Hello. One place I'm still down to go to. Michelle from Edinburgh says, greetings from miserable, cold, wet Edinburgh. She's actually sent it to me yesterday. I'll see the date. Hope you're keeping well, Matt. Love your YouTube channel. Been watching it for a couple of years now with my sister. Oh, thank you very much. Just wanted to say your podcasts are very interesting, but love to see you change it a little bit as well and talk about other things and maybe get some guests on down the road. But that's just my opinion. But I love listening to you rant and rave about different things and listen to some of your points of view, especially when it comes to the government. Okay. My sister loves in particular when you talk about the royal family, especially when you bury Harry and Meghan, because we don't like them at all. We think Meghan's an egotistical prat. Okay, fair enough. But keep up what you're doing, Matt. We love it. Keep going, and I hope to see you one time in Edinburgh doing a vlog or maybe doing something else. And I'd love to meet you in person if you ever are in Edinburgh. Keep up the good work. And that's from Michelle. And her sister is called Denise. I can't even pronounce that. Denise. I can't. I just call you Denise. Whatever way you spelled it, I just say Denise. But thanks, Michelle from Edinburgh. That's one place I want to go to. I really want to go there. So bad. Because at the end of the day, Mum and Dad were there a couple of years ago, and they said it was lovely. And I really want to go there so bad. I've said to Lewis many times, I want to go to Edinburgh one time just to see what it's like. So I really want to go and see it. Apparently it's a beautiful place. But thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Right, let's get into one of your emails here before I head off into the sunset for another day. Let's have a look here and see. Right. One from Emma. Emma on the email says, hey Matt, how's it going? Just wanted to write you an email to say that there's some of the subjects in your podcast I don't agree with, but some that I do. I don't understand the people out there who don't want to give people a view in life anymore and try and take away our freedom of speech. Which is true. I always listen to what you have to say, and there's many things you do talk about which I don't agree with. But again, I don't get worked up about it like some people do and go out of their way to try and ruin your day by sending you nasty emails. I'm just being honest with you here in this email, as I know that a lot of people out there do give you a lot of grief. So again, a lot of stuff you talk about I agree with and some that I don't. But overall, I enjoy listening to your podcast because I like a different point of view from my own. Why can't we go back to the world we used to live in where people had an opinion, and if you didn't agree with something or you didn't like something you liked on television or the radio, etc., you could just switch it off and move on with the rest of your day. But anyway, enough of me ranting. Keep up the good work. I love listening to every single episode. I love watching the occasional YouTube video as well. Well, thank you very much for that. And yes, I agree with you. Some people out there do not like other people having an opinion. And that's why I just laugh at it now and just go, you know something? I couldn't give a flying foot what you say anymore. Agree to disagree. So I agree with your email 100%. I may say things that you do not like, but thank you for telling me that. I may say things that you do like. Thank you very much for that. You may send me anything saying, oh, can we talk about this? Can we talk about that? Blah, blah, blah. Absolutely. It's an open forum. Bring it on. So yeah, well, thank you for your honesty. I do appreciate that, because at the end of the day, it's all about debate. And if people don't like what you have to say, you don't like what you watch, you don't like what you listen to, then go and listen to something else. That's the world we used to live in. But then again, there's obviously trolls out there going, oh my God, I must cancel him. He must come down. Yeah. Shows you the type of person some people are in this world, doesn't it? But anyway, listen, thank you for your email. I appreciate it. Thank you for taking your time to write it to me. And thank you for giving me an interesting concept of obviously there's people out there who don't agree with everything I say and people that do agree, but you still listen because you like to hear other people's opinions, which is great. Thank you for that. Oh, I love emails like that. I really, really do. Makes me smile. It really, really does. I love the fact that people actually have another opinion. And they may say, I obviously don't agree with some of the things you say, but at the end of the day, it's nice to hear that. And again, they're still listening, which is great. So thank you for that. Right, I'll do one more email and then I'll rock and roll and hit down the road here, guys, because I got things on today. I'm so busy today. Really, 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 really busy. Right, I want to hear from Dylan. Let's get this opened up. Dylan, where are you from? Dylan, where are you from? County Wicklow. Dylan from County Wicklow. How you doing, my friend? Thank you for emailing me. He says here, hey, Matt, how's it going? Just wanted to know, when's the next time you're coming to Southern Ireland? I'm in Dublin quite a lot with work, and I'd love to bump into you in Dublin sometime and buy you a pint of cold Guinness. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. I've saw some of your Dublin vlogs from over the years with you and Tony. You, Tony, as friends, and your cousin. Funny videos, but I'd love to meet you all in person because you seem like a good bunch of lads, and I reckon you and Tony on a night out would be good crack. I would love to have plenty of Guinness with you. I work in Dublin as an electrician, but I also own my own business as well, so I'm in Dublin quite a lot, and I'd love to know whenever you're coming back down south again, because I'd love to see you sometime. And that's Dylan from County Wicklow. Dylan, thank you, mate. Yes, cold Guinness, you can't beat it with a big stick, can you? Like, beautiful. Down south, I don't know. I've been wanting to go down south again for a while now, just to go down and have a bit of fun, maybe a few days away in Dublin and just chill out and relax. But I've been to Dublin for quite a while now, actually. My goodness, the last time I was in Dublin it was a few years ago with Tony, wasn't it? I think we were down there. It was the night he was half cut and he was trying to fix the coffee machine in the hotel room and he didn't know what he was doing. Do you remember that vlog? That was fucking brilliant. He was standing in the room and he was fucking half cut. Oh, Jesus. And he's standing in the middle of the street and all too, waving at people in the trams, and they're all waving back at him, and some girl's blowing him a kiss now out the window. Fucking brilliant. Oh, they were good times, I tell you. They were really good times. But I don't know, Dylan, to be honest with you, I'll be heading back down very soon, hopefully. Because I want to get down there again, so that's great crack down in Dublin, so it is. Absolutely brilliant. But thank you for your email. Appreciate it. Right, guys, that's going to wrap us up for today. We've ended up on a funny note there, so we have. So, yeah, hopefully get that cool pint of Guinness with Dylan someday. Oh, it's great crack, so it is. It just reminded me, actually, that time when I went to the darts last year, we met all those young students from Queen's University who were buying me beer all night at the darts. Oh my God, you haven't saw that vlog from the start of the year, guys, where I went to the Premier League darts in Belfast and I come out of the place absolutely half pissed out of my skull. Oh my God, people were buying me, everybody I ran into were buying me pints. It was unbelievable. Matty from YouTube, here's a beer, buy you a beer, mate. I felt so bad about it all. I really did. They were all buying me beer all night, and people in front of me and all were buying me drinking and all too, and I felt really bad because they kept buying me pints. Oh dear. But they're lovely people, and I love meeting people like that because they're just so kind and they're warm and they're generous. So, but anyway, that's going to bring us to the end of today, guys. Thank you for listening as always. Have rambled on quite a wee bit today, but again, that's just one of those days. But before I go, guys, don't forget to check out the videos coming up on the YouTube channel this week. I'll be announcing this afternoon on social media why I'm going to be heading out to the local football game tonight, or I'm going to be watching Liverpool live in the Champions League tonight. I'll let you know this afternoon. Obviously, plenty of vlogs coming up on the channel this week as well. The podcast is back on Thursday. Please let me know, guys. I want to put a wee thing out today about Jackass of the Week. Who do you think the Jackass of the Week should be this week on Thursday's episode? So if you have any questions, you know how to get in touch with me. But now the emails are moorearmypodcast@yahoo.com. The social media links is there as well. Guys, don't forget, before I go, check out our friends at FTBL Spot. Also, our merch store is now open as well for all our Moore Army merchandise. You want to get some merchandise now, it's available. And it's really good quality merchandise as well, so you want to get that. Yep, it is available. And also, guys, if you're listening to us on YouTube today, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to us on the streaming platform, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or on TuneIn Radio, add us to your favourites. I would appreciate it. But that is me for another episode. I'm going to head off here and get this edited and get it out. So until Thursday, guys, hope you all have a good Tuesday and Wednesday. And I'll see you back here on the podcast on Thursday for another lovely edition of the Moore Army Podcast. So until then, guys, whatever you're doing, enjoy yourselves, be safe, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks for listening, guys.